So today I'm starting off a little bit tired. I booked this stay, like I said, 10 minutes away from this lighthouse, and it was about $30 USD. Well, I picked that spot because I'm heading up north to Gold Coast and still have about 8 hours away. So yesterday I drove about 3 hours to get here from where I was originally. I was south of Sydney and now I'm north of Sydney. Well, I get to the hostel and there's a PIN code on the door and I don't have the PIN, and I'm expecting receptionists to be at these places, right? Well, I'm trying to call out on my phone. My phone, for some reason, I'm not able to make calls. I can message through WhatsApp and Instagram, but not really sure what's going on there. And so I have been waiting for people. This is the second time in a row that's happened. I've been waiting for people to kind of be there, so to see if I can use their phone so we can call the number, because on the door it's asking for someone's, for you to give a call to the phone number to talk about booking. So I find someone, she lets me in, she calls the lady who's apparently in charge, the receptionist, and gets me all checked in. I just feel off about this place. Like, you can feel it. I have a good sense of energy and things like that. There's nothing wrong with it being dirty or anything like that. It's fine. I mean, it's $30, right? It's nothing. It's not going to be an amazing spot, but it's a place to rest your head at night. So I'm good for whatever it is. It has a kitchen, and I'm, just going to eat food and that I brought from the store, and just make, a little night, and then, head out in the morning as planned. So I get put in a room with 8 other beds, and there's only one other guy in there. And just the characters or the people that are staying here, to me, it senses this is like a long, in-between place, like a rehab place almost. I'm just looking around at the people. It looks like there's some sort of, they've had their stories, I'll say. And so it is what it is. I'm no judgment. I have my fair share of things that I go through and dealings, and I'm very blessed and fortunate at the same time too. So I'm not here to say that, I have these amazing or critical standards. By all means, no. I'm just saying I could just sense the energy was off, comparable to what I would like to expect, I guess. And so when I had gone through and made it to my room, I'm laying there, and I have my headphones in, and I'm just kind of laying there, and all of a sudden the guy that's staying in my room with me is just making these uncontrollable burping sounds and snorting and sneezing, and I mean, every sound in the book was coming out as he was sleeping. And I finally, after about 30 minutes of this, I decided, I don't know if I can take this. I had my headphones in, and I'm just trying to sleep for the night, relax, and it was just one of those things that I wasn't sure if I was going to able to maintain through the whole night. So after about 30 minutes to an hour, I said hell with it, and I went and I got my stuff, and I just went and slept in the car. So I brought my sleeping bag for New Zealand. That thing came in handy last night. I slept in my car, my Swiftie, and it's not a very big car. It's a Suzuki. It's very compact, so I was cramped up, cringed up, but we made it happen, right? We had to do what we had to do. I needed to get some sort of sleep. There was no way, it was beyond snoring. It was out of control, and apparently he has something going on. I don't really know. I couldn't foreseeably seeing myself sleep through that night. And so, yeah, I slept in the car, made do with what it was, and woke up about an hour ago and just making my way so far. I was like, well, I'm going to go back into that place to at least take a shower for the morning. So I pack a little bag and I walk to the front with the PIN. I now have the PIN code that the lady had given me for the front door, and I type in the PIN code. I used it last night to go in after I parked the car, And so now this morning I'm trying to go in and the PIN code does not work. So I don't know if it got changed after she saw I left, if it's locked for a certain time in the morning. I have no idea, but overall it was a crazy experience, and I'm just trying to figure out how to be better about all of that. Anyways, we're at the lighthouse now, so let's go take a look. There was times of trials and errors, so when these things happen, I don't really get super stressed out. Like, I don't even feel a panic. I'm just like, I kind of look left and right and look around, and people are helpful. It's not that they're not willing to help you kind of thing. It's just don't be disappointed when things don't work out to the fullest. But I'm alive, I'm up, I'm healthy. We have the morning sunrise coming up. We have this amazing lighthouse with the light on at the ocean coast. So if anything, this message is to just stay in there, keep fighting for whatever, anything you do. If you're having a little hiccup throughout the night, the day, something doesn't go to plan as you expected, right? Just go with it, roll with it, and just learn from it, right? It's not the end of the world. I had a place to stay. I slept in my car, and I made it work, right? And now we're back out and adventuring, and that's just kind of the message of this, is just to stay humble and just roll with the punches. So with sleeping in the car this morning and then trying to go back in there and not being able to get in, right? No shower, which is fine. I've been camping for many days, and so it's nothing unusual, but it's kind of always like, where are you going to brush your teeth, or where are you going to shower for the day? And then they happen to have up there a washroom, showers, stalls, and everything like that. So just like that, your boy is back and clean. It's only been not even a day, so feeling refreshed and just going slow with the day and just kind of taking it all in, and nothing too fancy, but enjoying just being off and doing whatever I feel like doing. Okay, we are back in action. So it's been about 24 hours. I had a little mishaps, accident, and yesterday, the last video I took of taking a shower at the beach, I was taking some photos of some surfers. I had the Osmo that I'm recording on in my pocket with the extension and the tripod, and which makes it a little bit longer, about a ruler size. And I was just taking some photos, and all of a sudden I went to go reach for the Osmo. I've been getting a little casual, just been taking the camera with the camera strap and then the pocket Osmo in my pocket, instead of putting it in the camera bag, just because I have the car now, so I'm hopping in and out. And so I went to reach for it, I looked, could not find it, and then I slowly found, realized, whatever you want to call it, the Osmo sitting on the beach. And 5 minutes before that, I was like standing there. I saw the shoreline where the waves come in really up close. So I already had that like thought through my head, panic, right? Something happened, that it got wet at least. So I went over there, and sure enough, it's sitting there. Water had touched it. It was sitting in the sand. So I'm just like, take a deep breath. I come back to the car. I have my camera lens, blowing on all over, getting the sand off of it, and don't want to power it on just yet, blowing the sand out of the charging ports and the water, and it looks to be okay, just has sand on it, not a lot. It was in its protective case even, and so finally power it on, and the gimbal, right? The gimbal has sand in all these little crevices. It's a little ratchety, scratchety, whatever you want to call it, to turn, and it's just not catching. And I'm just like, it's the functions are working, the screen's working, but it just keeps prompting me with the gimbal lock. And so at that point, I just was like, man, like a little bummed out, right? Because I just started this trip and hoping for the best with doing some vlogging, and right away, just like it seems like it's come to a halt, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I have the warranty. I bought the 2-year Carefresh package, but that applies to North America, and I'm not really sure how that would work over here. Do they have a retail store? The thoughts are running through my head. I'm not really sure what to do, and I called my best friend David, and he let me know, hey, you should check and see if there's a DJI authorized retailer store. There could be. We don't really have them in the U.S., but take a look. So sure enough, I looked, and there was one in Sydney, and it was about an hour and a half away. Well, I can't call my phone. I only have Olafly, so I'm not able to make any calls unless it's on WhatsApp. So I just kind of running through the options. What do I do? So I was like, I'm just going to drive down there. Hopefully maybe they can use my Carefresh warranty, and just see what we can do down there. Needless to say, I'm going to have to buy a new one, right? Because I need this for my trip. So drove the hour and a half. It's downtown of Sydney, so finding the parking and the parking garage, it's madness. It's busy. Get down in the parking garage, and the closest parking garage that I could find, and I get down there, and I come up onto the ground floor inside what looks to be like a shopping mall. And I don't know if this is meant to be or whatever, but as soon as I come out of the elevator and take my left when I'm looking for the store is right there. Like I couldn't believe how it was just perfectly placed right in front of me out of all the mayhem that was going on. And so I walk in there, and they're all really helpful, and it seems to be no issues at all. They just said that they were going to have to make a few calls to be able to get the North American region switched over to Australia, because they need me to pay for the replacement, which, there was just some logistics there. But they were super helpful. There was just constant trust and constant communication that everything was going to be okay. So I dropped it off yesterday. They put the replacement in. They had one left that they were willing to hold for me even. And so I'm waiting, the day goes on. I didn't have it for the last part of the day, and I made do, right? I went out and still kept exploring, and just felt that, things are going to work out. And they said that I'd get an email with a link to pay for once they updated to the Australian currency. So I was expecting to have it maybe next week. They knew that I was leaving next Saturday. But last night I got the email that they had switched over my plan to the Australian region. So I was able to go in today. They communicated to me all the way through, step by step, like sent me the link for payment, come and get it. We're closing at 9 p.m. at any time. Like it just made me feel like I was taken care of, like start to finish, and it wasn't their problem, right? But these mistakes happen, and it just was a great experience from start to finish. Like I feel like they took care of me. They didn't blow me off. I wasn't having to follow up with them like oftentimes we see in the U.S. And this is just like a prime example of some other situations I've had out here in Australia, how friendly, how willing to help you in a time of need. Anytime I'm asking questions, it's not I'm stupid, I'm a tourist, I'm just a human being wondering. And so I went and picked it up, and I already knew how to get down there a little bit, used the map, got to the same parking garage, went up, went in the store, walked right in, said I was here to pick it up. She just asked me to confirm my name. We tested the SD card out because I was a little worried about that. She was willing to put it on her laptop to see if it works. It works. So I just got it out of the box, and a big lesson learned, I'm putting my Osmo back in my wander bag every time I'm not using it. Even though it's called a pocket, I think it's a pocket for the size. It's not meant to be in the pocket, especially when you're at the ocean coast or the beach, anywhere that can happen. So within an hour or 24 hours, I should say, of kind of mishaps and mistakes do happen, and just letting it kind of roll off, and just trying to handle the situation instead of being all bent out of shape and frustrated. I'm back on it. I'm back on track. I have it in hand. I learned a lot, and so that was an experience right off the bat, and I'm happy to be back just where I want to be. So thanks for kind of sticking with me through that. We didn't really know what to do, but thank you, David, again for letting me know about the retail store, and just thank you for the associates at DGI for doing a great job getting me back on the road and vlogging and taking videos. I appreciate it. And another experience I want to talk about is getting gas. So I've had to get gas in several countries now. I've had to do Canada and Australia, and so everywhere's different than the US. The US, you show up, you put your card in, you fill up, right? When you're overseas, it's not that easy. A lot of them are prepaid. There's not even a credit card machine at the gas pump. So I went ahead and just another situation of someone helping at the gas station. I walked up to this lady with her kid. She probably was her kid was maybe like 3 years old, and she was busy trying to entertain him with food and getting ready for their trip to Newcastle. And so anyways, it's the first time filling up the car. I'd let her know, hey, I'm not sure how this works. There's multiple pumps here, and then when you get to the spot, there's no place for card, right? So a lot different. And so I just asked her, and she walked me through step by step how to fill up the car, and it just was a really cool experience because it's the honor system here. You put the pump in to the gas, and then as soon as you put it in, it just registers for you to start filling up, and then you go in and pay afterwards. And so I was just really excited that someone was willing to come help me as they were busy and just kind of show me how to fill up the car, the rental car, because I had no idea where. The first spot I pulled up to, there was no credit card machine, so I just took off not knowing, right? I was like, I'm looking for something where I can put my card in. But she was able to explain, this isn't like a lot of the other countries. You just put it in, fill up, you'll hear a little click on the nozzle. Once you do that, then you're good to go inside and prepay and pay afterwards. So it's like, again, the honor system. I don't know where you would be able to do that as far as filling up first without paying anything, and then going in and paying afterwards. I just thought that was really unique. So cool situation. Again, someone helping me out and walking me through how to fill up the car. right now. I made it over to Pebbly Beach, and this is one of the spots that was recommended as far as seeing wild kangaroos right on the coast, and just walked up and have some right there in the background. And then there's some more down over in that little valley area over there. Such an incredible experience being so close to them. Well, the last of the lights here, so I'm going to try to grab those photos of these guys since we're running out of daylight, but we'll follow up soon. See ya. Good morning. It's Friday and we're waking up. I slept in the car last night to save a little bit of money at this rest stop, so it's free camping, and we're just getting up. We're gonna go back to Pebbly Beach. I was there last night briefly, got there kind of late at sunset, so this is where the kangaroos are, so we're gonna go back this morning to see if they're still there, and catch the sunrise with them, so stay tuned. And we just made it back to Pebbly Beach this morning, and the kangaroos are out again grazing on the grass, and I got more daylight this time to get some photos, so I'm excited. The payment option, I haven't been able to figure out how to make a payment here. It's $8. They have a machine. It keeps not connecting to the server, so I'm not really sure what to do about it, but I'm only going to be here for 15, maybe 20 minutes, so see what we can do to get some awesome photos.